Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the New Cosmic Knowledge channel. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. A hearty good morning to you from the great state of Florida. And I wanted to bring to you another edition of our new fun time called the Morning Mantra. And it's more than just another show. It's my attempt to help you in creating a morning practice for yourself. Creating a morning spiritual practice for yourself. And I know that it seems very difficult in this crazy, rushed world that we live in to try to create some type of a morning spiritual practice. But if you do, the benefits of it far outweigh the difficulties of actually maybe getting up 5 minutes earlier, carving 5 minutes out of your busy morning schedule. Because if you can start a spiritual practice in the morning, it's amazing. Of course, with my partner in both this work and life, Sandra D, she's a great meditator. She's teaching me to meditate. I'm up to 10 minutes now in the mornings. And I've got to tell you, it transforms your life. I'm able to look at things more objectively. I'm able to look at things without getting that hot knot in your chest. And I know people say that I'm going all unicorns and rainbows. It's kind of true, but it's these kind of unicorns and these kind of rainbows. So instead of the kinder, gentler unicorn and rainbows, it's the tougher, stronger unicorns and rainbows. So don't worry, we're going to be okay. And that's a great birthday present from my youngest subscriber. So thank you very much for that. Today's morning mantra is, I am free. We started off, I'm divine. You realize that you have the spark of the divine within you, the spark of divinity, if you will. You're not filled with original sin. You're not a dirty, rotten sinner. You're not on your way to hell, but you have divinity within you, made in the very image of the gods and goddesses. That's who you are. You're made in the images. Bros, you're made in the image of a god. Sisters, you're made in the image of a goddess. Let that get into your heart and your mind and your spirit so you know that you're free, you're divine. And then once you know that you're divine, you begin to move in sovereignty. Wait a minute, I don't have to be under the circumstances. I can be over the circumstances. Wait a minute, I don't have to be captive. I can be victorious. And Sandra D on her channel yesterday finished up her great empaths and narcissists, psychopaths, and highly sensitive people or persons video. And she brought this in, and it's so powerful because once you know you're divine, then you can begin to move in your sovereignty. You can begin to take concrete actions to operate in sovereignty. So you know you're divine. That was our first mantra. You know you're sovereign, and you begin to take concrete actions. Listen to Sandra's series on that, because it's all about taking concrete actions towards sovereignty. So I'm divine. Because I'm divine, I'm going to start to take concrete actions that are displaying my sovereignty. And as you continue to make those concrete actions and manifest your sovereignty, guess what? You wind up in I am free. When I made those t-shirts, whenever we made them, it was a nice statement of I'm divine, I'm sovereign, I'm free, but I didn't realize that it was actually a formula for total liberation. And Sandra has shown me that it's a formula for total liberation. I am divine, know it. I am sovereign, move in it. I am free, live in it. I'm divine, know it. I'm sovereign, move in it. I'm free, live in it. It's a formula for total freedom. So today, having stated that you're divine, having stated that you're sovereign, let the acts of sovereignty add up, add up, add up. And before you know it, you'll be walking in full liberation. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. Remember, it's not a quick fix. It's not a microwave mentality, but knowing you're divine and taking everyday steps towards sovereignty. And like Sandra showed you yesterday, she gave you 10 very practical how-to steps to get it done. Those are your actions of sovereignty. I had no idea this dovetailed so well. Knowing that you're divine is realizing that what's the situation you're in. Being sovereign is putting into effect those 10 steps that Sandra talked about yesterday. And then as you put those 10 steps, maybe you got 11 or 12 or 13, you put those into practice, and all of a sudden you wake up one day like Sandra has and say, wow, I'm free. I'm in full liberation. And let me leave you with this. When you start with your divinity, you start moving in your sovereignty, each and every manifestation of your sovereignty, you get to feel free. And then you get to feel free. And then you get to feel free. And you start building this momentum towards freedom. And before you know it, it snowballs in a good way. And you're walking where Sandra D is walking in full liberation. And let's be honest, we never get to really full liberation because we're always continue to liberate ourselves more and to grow more and to develop more. But one of these days, I promise you, if you do this, if you follow this little mantra, if you listen to Sandra's great instruction, one of these days you will look in your mirror and you will say, I am divine, I am sovereign, I am free. And not only when you mean it, not only will you know it, you'll be it. This is the new Cosmic Knowledge Channel. This is the place where we encourage you to guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru. We have the Great Serpent and Dove show probably coming up today. We may have to push it off into another day, but I think we will keep you posted. And you got to continue to ask questions. And even more importantly, you have to continue to question the answers that you're given and make sure that they ring true. You are divine. You are sovereign. You are free. And only you can unindoctrinate yourself.